Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is August the 31st, 2023, and today the topic is the weight. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday, and happy last day of August, y'all. Yeah, man. Like I said, today's topic is the weight, and yeah, I hope y'all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was just fine overall. I did catch up on some rest yesterday, I think. I say I think because I'm always like working on this or that, but I'm pretty sure I caught like a midday nap at some point. And whatnot. I didn't tell y'all the other day, I think I must have accidentally ordered a home chef box, and so it came on my birthday. And so yesterday I hooked up a home chef meal. It was like barbecue with mac and cheese and coleslaw situation and whatnot. And my family seemed pleased. I was telling my husband, I was like, if y'all miss home chef, which it was something that I was doing back when him and I think when not when we first moved into our home, but around that time when it was just me and him, at some point I started ordering home chef. And during that time, he was still working at the warehouse. He would be so proud to bring those meals that I was bringing with him to lunch and all of this. And so, but it was crazy because when I was paying for it, everything was cool. But then when it switched over to him being paying for it, he was like, this is too expensive. So that's why we stopped using it back in the day. But now, I was considering it again or whatever. And I guess when I looked on the site the other day and I accepted whatever deal that they was giving me, like welcome back deal, like I said, I think I accidentally ordered the ordered the box or whatnot. And so we got a couple of meals and whatnot. I made one yesterday. I our son to my NJ, he over there like I was like, do you like it? He's like, yes, ma'am. Did Papa help you? I said, he's like, you made it by yourself? I said, yeah, mommy made it by myself. He's like, did Papa help you? I'm like, ooh wee. So I don't know, but it seemed like everybody was pleased. I know even when I came back out or whatever, it's all gone. So I mean, that's always a good or maybe they just give you just enough, you know what I'm saying? Either way, we're gonna see if that be a continuation in our household or not. We still got a couple more meals to make or whatnot, but yeah, that's something that happened last night. Yeah, outside of that, I don't think I really have anything to share other than y'all know that today is Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday, so we have a new episode of the GSL Talk Show coming out at 7 p.m. And although I don't remember how to say the gentleman's last name, his first name is Jahan, and he's one of these people that have like done this heavy research about psychedelics and things like that. And if you're not familiar with the word psychedelics, I mean, I would assume you're one thing that you might be familiar with is this idea of shrooms and all of this type of stuff. And again, like I say, when people come on, I may not agree with everything they are all about or whatnot, but again, GSO is a free and open platform to just have conversations. And so, I guess the question that we're asking as believers, whatnot, is stuff like that enhancing, the spiritual experience, or is it taking away from the spiritual experience? You guys can answer those questions on your own and whatnot, but feel free to check out tomorrow's episode because that's what it's all about. But anywho, yeah, let's get into the juice, y'all. Let's get into the juice. I know it's not a popular topic. It's because I don't think we want to do this as humans, waiting. Again, I tell you guys all the time how I've been trying to instill this value in my son since he could crawl. He, this idea of patience, right? And I've definitely learned along the way. Again, the cultivation period was all about waiting, waiting on the Lord and everything like that, going through my own journey of growth as well and everything. But a big part of it was waiting. Um, and then I saw again after that journey, I saw what it looked like when I was again trying to walk my own path, which we talked about yesterday and whatnot. And then when I didn't wait, right, and tried to go my own way, and then versus finally waiting and seeing what the Lord has done with my life, and I guess the obedience of waiting when he told me to, and things of that nature. And so I don't know, who may need this today, but I hope that you are encouraged and inspired to wait, because that's what I felt led to go deeper about. I would say that the inspiration came from the prayer meditation that I listened to. Y'all know that I listen to the Soul Space app every morning. Um, and yeah, it was about waiting and whatnot. And at some point it had me to pray that, that I wait even when I don't know what I'm waiting for, and that I also wait because God knows what I'm waiting for, and things like that. So yeah, after I did all of that, y'all, the wait is what stood out in my heart and mind. The Lord woke me up around, I think, like 3:50 this morning. And I did make a note of that, and those verses were interesting as well. So if you guys want to look up that and whatnot, feel free. But yeah, this conversation about the weight is what I felt led to go deeper about personally. So that's what I'm sharing on the last day of August in 2023. So Isaiah 40 and 31, it says, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." I know y'all know that verse, y'all. I mean, it's very familiar verse, very popular verse. You might have seen it on some t-shirts and notebooks and all kinds of good stuff. And everything like that. But do we do it though? Do we, in the midst of our trials and tribulations, or our, when God is asking us to wait, do we understand that, we're going to renew our strength as we do so? Do we understand that, um, this will give us the ability to run and not be weary? This will give us the ability to walk and not faint, to keep going, and wait on the Lord. Which is interesting. Now that I sit here and think about this, I guess breaking it down in that way helped me to see this. Like, there's still movement happening, right? So it's not waiting and being stagnant. Sometimes the waiting it still requires you to do some work, right? It still requires you to walk or run or whatever it may be. But still knowing that at the end of the day you're gonna wait on the Lord to open the door, or or seek him for how he wants you to move and things of that nature. So and where he wants you to move and all of that. So something to think about, y'all. That's just something to think about. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that verse alone, it will be encouraging and inspiring to wait on the Lord, y'all. So let's keep going. We got Lamentations 3 and 25. It says, "The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him." At the end of the day, again, this is one of the very important things that we should do. We should be always seeking the Lord, right? And so, I guess in every situation is what I'm receiving in this moment. I mean, and he will do good, and he has good for those of us that do that. Again, I could sit here and say I'm a living witness that this is running true in my life. The more I wait on the Lord, the more I've seen him working in my life, and again, providing a way for me in situations where there seems to be no way. I mean, this whole journey of mine is a testimony to this, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know what else I can say to encourage us and inspire us to wait. Again, I think we struggle with this idea of whether God's will and God's way, or if God himself is good. But I think those of us that have seen him working in our life, and we're waiting on him and things of that nature, then we can sit here and be a testimony to that. Yes, he is good. But again, I understand, right? If you're in the midst of trials and tribulations, you're like, well, where are you, Lord? Or whatever the case may be, then you may again struggle with the idea of if he's good and if he's doing anything for you, or if um it would be worth the wait, right? Like sometimes we feel like we have to take things in our own hands and things like that. Now, again, I do think that, there's a time for us to do some work and things like that. Even in the waiting season, there may be something that he wants you to do, but to think that you have full control and to be like, well, I don't see God moving quick enough, so I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I think that's where sometimes we get in a little bit of trouble. Speaking of that, I feel like recently I saw this post that the individual was saying that at the end of the day, we claim to be believers, but then on the flip side, we're doing things and taking things into our own account, things that he didn't plan for us, maybe getting into relationships that he didn't choose for us, doing whatever it is, right? And then we're looking at it like, oh, well, God, you ain't there, or well, why did you let me do this, or whatever the case may be. And really it's not God at the end of the day. It's you that made that decision not to wait, right? So it's just one of those things to think about, y'all. He is good and he has good for each and every one of us. But sometimes it requires us to wait on him, right? Wait for him to provide the way, wait for him to open the door, wait for him to introduce you to the spouse, wait for him to make whatever move he wants to make in your life. So you can move forward and then walk in the good, like we were talking about yesterday, walk in the good way and choosing the good way and things of that nature. Psalms Psalms 37 and 34, it says, wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. You will look on when the wicked are cut off. Ooh. I mean, this is good news, right? For those that wait on the Lord, this is good news that for those that are living the righteous life and things of that nature. It might be a little bit of hope, right? If you walk in the wicked way. I think I'm going to touch a little bit more on this idea in a minute. But if I just focus on this particular verse, I mean, I think what's standing out to me the most in this is the part that says he will exalt you. Again, I can sit here and say that I'm a living witness to this, because I've definitely seen a variety of ways in my life where, I may have been the underdog in situations, but I allow God to, do his thing, right? I might have had people I guess take advantage. I might have had people do me wrong. I might have had people, whatever, right? And when you're going through those type of situations, you're like, man, it seems like I'm out here trying to do the right thing, and then these people, they out here, doing this and that, but it's like doors is closed for me, but then for them, it seems like they're thriving and all these different things. Well, if you're in that type of situation, y'all, and y'all making those type of observations in your life, maybe this verse will encourage you and inspire you. It's Psalm 37 and 7. It says, be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourselves over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. So just like that former verse that I just read and this one that I literally just finished reading, it doesn't pay to it will not pay in the end for these individuals. Like at the end of the day, people can do you wrong and they can do all the things and you can feel like, man, they're winning though. You know what I mean? There's plenty of biblical figures that had that same point of view and was praying to God, like, Lord, when are you going to do, some visions for these people, or when they going to reap what they sow, or whatever the case may be. Well, here's some more encouragement and inspiration in that area, y'all. Psalm 37 and 9. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. I'm gonna read that again. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. So it doesn't say they might be. It doesn't say, well, if they, da, da, da. No, it said the evildoers shall be cut off. It's going to happen. It might not be in your lifetime. You may not ever witness it. Whatever the case may be, again, what's done in the dark will come to the light. Those that are doing evil and are winning or whatever that we're observing in this season is going to come to a head at some point. We don't even have to really worry about that. That's not really even none of our business. What we need to be doing is waiting on the Lord, focusing on, again, his will, his way, and just know that at the end of the day, we're going to inherit the land. We're going to be, I guess, going the good way, and we'll be able to look on these individuals like that verse, Psalm 37 and 34 was saying. You will look on when the wicked are cut off. We'll be looking over there and seeing the wicked being cut off, and we'll be over here thriving in righteousness and things of that nature. And so it just pays to, again, lean and depend on the Lord. It pays to wait on the Lord. Again, he has good things for us. We don't have to worry about the evildoers and things of that nature. I guess it behooves us to pray for them, right? It behooves us to, I guess, try to disciple things of that nature. Or again, stay on our jobs and the Great Commission and things like that. But for those that just refuse and just continue to want to go their evil way or whatever the case may be, that's not our business. At the end of the day, that's the Lord's business. So, just do your part, do whatever the Lord has you doing for the kingdom, and then, and watch and wait and look. That's what I'm that's what I'm receiving with these verses, y'all. I mean, you guys can go deeper about all of this. There's plenty of verses in the go deeper sections that you guys can peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. Definitely, if you feel like you are in a place where the Lord is asking you to wait and everything like that, and you need some encouragement and inspiration in that area, I believe that the verses that are in the Go Deeper section should provide that for you. But the Bible verse of today is Psalm 34 and 18. It says, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and giveth such as be of a contrite spirit." Y'all can confirm that word in the middle, the word before such. I think it's giveth, but again, with the way that I write, my apologies. Y'all can check that out for yourselves. But yeah, man, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Don't be discouraged in the waiting season. Just keep moving, whatever pace that God has you going, walking, running, flying, however it may be. Just keep going and doing the right, being righteous and doing the will of God. And then watch and wait for, things come to the head when it comes to the evildoers and things of that nature. And yeah, that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice this morning. Again, like I said, we have a new episode tomorrow night about psychedelics and things of that nature. So, I mean, you guys can check it out, and pray and seek the Lord about, what he's showing you when it comes to that and everything like that. But yeah, y'all have a terrific Thursday, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Like I said, that's an interesting episode that's coming out tomorrow. Again, I can't co-sign everything. Hey, good morning, Mama. Good morning. I can't co-sign everything that my guests come and talk about and whatnot, but the gentleman seems like he really, did some research about, psychedelics and things of that nature. Like I said, I do ask the question, like, well, what does that mean spiritually? The Holy Spirit is probably the best type of spirit that you can, partake in, I believe. But I mean, hey, some people, need those extra things to go and tap in spiritually. I don't think it's, wise or whatever, but I mean, you guys can listen to the episode and see what all you guys feel about it. And again, let the Lord lead you and guide you in that area. And everything like that. But I'm just thankful that, again, this is a platform that people can come and express themselves and and share what they have received in life and things like that. And we could all be led by the Lord, you know what I mean? I believe that God will give us wisdom in these situations. So Yeah, man. As for, I know y'all might be waiting for the episode with my husband. It's coming. It's coming. We actually have it planned to record on Sunday if the Lord's will. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know it's coming. And so yeah, that episode should be coming out soon. Again, thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for helping us reach the goal of having 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, we're gonna see what the Lord do with all of these things. But yeah, man, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye.